Okay, I did stop and come back to the stream because I noticed that the recording stopped. So I came back to continue jamming with the DAW recording. Yeah. Really cool using multiple floor toms tuned very low. I like that. Same thing we did on the other kit. I did a solo right at the end of the video that didn't record. So I'm going to go do that again. And that was explaining the use of multiple toms. Really getting a great drum sound in here through the headphones. I'm not sure how it sounds on your end of the stream, but in here, as a drummer with my setup, I really couldn't complain. And I probably shouldn't, but I will complain about a couple of things. Dadgummit, where's my fucking sandwich? Who the hell? Where's my sandwich makers? And where the goddamn bitches bringing my shit? Y'all girls, yes, last night over there. Well, last night they were serving me good. I went out there. Well, a couple points. I went out there and I was over there. I guess it was Sam's boat. Man, just having a good old time eating. I'd already hit number one, and all hell had broken loose in the universe. I'm sitting over there just eating my seafood and my dips and my chips and queso and having a good old time. Really am. Well, watching Dallas get their asses beat, and well, I'm watching the Texans get their ass beat. But other than that, still having a pretty good time. Figured I'd come home today and share Origin of Demon, and I did. I think I accomplished more than Dallas or the Texans did yesterday, all this morning for y'all. And I'd like to thank a lot of my good friends at Sam's that helped me get inspired to get on deck and really watch someone get their asses beat and still get home and be productive for myself and my fam and the rest of the team players out there. They're on team Davey Demon, motherfucking spreading all that dirty singing, getting up there, rocking and rolling and shit. But anyway, that's what I really wanted to do is say, hey, you know what? Sometimes letting the goddamn tune that you write 10, 20, 30 years ago sit and stew and then bring it back out, rewriting and sharing it with everyone is some of the funnest things you could ever do in the world. So if you ever get old and you get bored, pull out an old tune or two and share it with your friends. That's what I recommend. And don't let everyone jump on your goddamn hind teats or try to climb on board like they're a part of it if they never were. If they just happen to pop in there and do something, then they're trying to suck off your livelihood. Scrape them little boogers off, especially little tattletale babies who don't follow directions, but the ones that like you as a fan, those are the ones you want to keep with. Not them little trouble crazy makers, but the good ones, the fans. Those are the ones you want to keep on keeping on. So let's get back over there. I was telling them about how to sell these drums to people, but don't sell them to them as they see them. Explain to them how they can really change the sound of them with those heads, not just on the top. So when you put them on the bottom, these drums have totally changed the characteristics. I mean, from the difference of changing the dial on machine was the same as switching from kit to kit. My DAW triggering software works extremely as well or easier than it did before. I haven't really changed anything. I just can tell the difference of the sounds that I'm scrolling through more because I've really created a nice new sound with the color tones. And I'm not trying to sell the product. I'm just happy with it because of the fact I stream live and listen to myself a lot. So it works well. Let me get over to the other kit. I think they're going to be having a live drum stream this Saturday at the new Cymbal Fusion in Houston, the new location off Brittmore, I believe. Find the location and go out there into the parking lot and jam with them live. They're going to be streaming. I might get out there myself. If you don't see me there, I'll be watching for y'all to get over there and tell them that motherfucking Davey Demon sent you. Hold on, let me get over to the other kit real quick. It's going to be a cool live drumming streaming event. I want to see everyone out there that's a drummer or just a drum fan that wants to see other drummers drumming. It'll be really cool. Okay, now back over here. I'm going to switch headphones, and I'll tell you what, those Sennheiser those AKGs sound good. Those Neil Peart ones and these sound good too. So you hear this one just a lot more wood, throaty sound, real raspy like a snare. That was a real nice, glassy, plexi tone sound. I really recreated that real well with kind of like going with hydraulics all over it, if you would. If you went back and imagined you did that, that's what it sounds like. And I did share a clip from Remo on how they make drum heads. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay, working on just getting better phrasing, playing steadier at different tempos longer before I phrase a turnaround or go back to the same tempo. So, for instance, play a long straight beat and do sort of a faster fill and get back to the slower beat, or vice versa. A slower fill with even a slower fill, then getting quickly back into the slower beat. Those are some aspects of drumming that a lot of people don't talk about, brag about, or even teach, or say that I learned it because they don't want to admit to that. That's what we want to work on as drummers that are intermediate drummers, professional, or beginners that are trying to become more intermediate. It may sound crazy what I said, but rewind what I said. Playing slower for a longer period of time than doing a faster fill and getting back to that fill the right amount of time, or playing slower and playing a slower fill and getting back to that slow beat faster. If you could do that, you're drumming pretty dadgum good. Why? Because that's what I watch some of the better drummers do, and I observe that. It's really cool. And they get up, big kids like this, and they can play a smaller kid like what I'm fixing to do, and kind of map their brains out to where it works better for them that way. So, as creating a drum part or explaining a drum part or learning a part and re-explaining it as a teacher, it's a lot of fun. I did actually download a couple of sheet music ideas. I think it's about 6 to 7 others I did download from Drumeo that they shared last night. I appreciate y'all. I studied a couple of them, but I haven't put them up on the screen. I'm going to be able to start putting them on the screen and playing all that silly stuff. Just having fun. So let me get back into doing what I was doing. Excited. I heard that my Nomad cymbal polish and drum shell polish is coming, so we'll be able to knock some of the grime off these beautiful DW shells, acrylic and wood. And all my hardware, some of it's nickel plated and some of it is just the die cast, but a lot of my cymbals are really nice K's and A's that I've had since the beginning of the Demons. I've had these cymbals forever. Some of these you've seen me since I was a child. Some of these you've seen me compete with. Some of you have seen them on different various sets of the same rack of nature or different stands. Some of these K's and A's and Z's have been with me forever. And some of these Wuhans and Lions, of course, these Lions. And these K's, which became just double Z's. 13s and 14s. These are really great stuff, and I'm talking about the original dynos and all these bad boys, not the little low-end ones, but the old ones. They're great. The K's especially, and the A's. Excited about receiving the cleaner and the heads for this, because we're gonna take it off and clean all the nice bearing edges and wax everything real good, get it real clean and shiny. And then of course, when I put it back in here, the rugs will be nice and dust free again and dander free. We'll be missing the essence of Miss BB, of course. But with a nice fresh start in here with Sweet Pea and Deuce, and of course the kit days, all is well. We will still have the regular duties of stick dust, daddy hair and dander, and of course the peppies, shorter hair and dander, and then of course the kitties, usual fuzzies. So really,
it's always going to be a task to be a drummer or a demon in the demon quarters because of the fact you're living in a living hell. I'm just joking. kind of took out the slammy, boomy, oofy, woofy sound and gave it more of the shell sound that you're hearing on the kick. So you're really hearing more of the footwork, more of the beater work, more of the dynamics of everything, of the sticking, even the bottom of the heads. You should hear it all. The way I'm hearing it, there's really not much masking or coloring too much of any of the sound with it or outside of that. So. Okay, now I can get back up to the other kit. Really sounds good on this kit. What I've done is I've just done a lot of more optimizing my tuning abilities, lower on a higher drum, and of course, as low as I can on a low drum. Really thinking about how you think about it differently to really get the best sound quickly without having to work too hard or break the hardware, but still use the hardware. That's how you do it. Okay. So who's all going to subscribe to my television channels? It'll probably be all hosted jumped right off this page into them, but we're going to be having the cable channels, internet channels, and TV channel, TiVo channel, all that stuff. I'm going to have 3 or 4 different ones that you'll be able to go to and watch from your television. It's going to be funny. You still can do it right now from here, but it's once I unlock it and let you do it. But who's going to be one of the first? It's probably all you, the first few of you that are on here that I know, you'll go do it. I hope so. That'll at least pay for my year subscription to be a member of it once I activate it. Hi. I've done is taken the same measurement distance of the width of the other kit, make it the same distance from the snare or the throne as I sit higher up as if I'm in stage wear, not only as I have that, but as I'm playing on the kit broken apart for live performance, not to obstruct my view as much, but possibly allow me to be more creative on stage if I'm cramped for space, time, or want to actually just be easier to work with as a drummer and singer. It's really all that's about. I love taking the big kits in there, but I also like having these nice, colorful kits that are see-through with heads that I can go out and show off and come back home and put back in the room. So in the event that it's an outdoor gig, sometimes I may just go with the other kits so these don't get messed up. But if it's indoors with lights, of course, we're taking the acrylics. Looking forward to the arrival of my effect symbol replacements of my Wuhans to mix in with my Zildjians and a couple of my Sabians. And then, of course, the color tone should be here any day. And then Zildjian, I'll be writing you to get a couple of effects and probably one more set of maybe K's or A custom earth tones to go with the hat, something to that effect. Not on that kit, but to add on as another X on this. So crash X, right. That should do it, right? We'll get this one finished out with Zildjians, add the extra Wuhan that comes with it, the 12. There's one on there, add the 12 on this. And then, of course, get the additional, go with the K or an A custom pack. So that'll be the next set. Add the other. So that's what's going on. Thinking out loud with motherfucking Davey Demon. Without the sound card stopping, I can see the meter bumping ever so gently. And there's really not much you can do. Well, you may have fucked it up on the last one, but you didn't on this one, did you? Oh, hell no, you didn't. You sons of guns. Was you sunsets of guns? That new Linda Ronstadt song Davey Demon's doing. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. this is going to be the Davey Demon version of Linda Ronstadt's You're No Good. I did actually work on that a couple of years ago. We never really recorded it. Now that I've got the cool sounding drums, and all it's really going to take is me overlaying the drums and the piano over and over, and us do the vocals to it, and it's a done deal. Hope y'all enjoy that. Preemptive attack, ear warfare with that motherfucking Davey Demon, and I hope you enjoyed Origin of Demon. And just kind of winking you in on a couple more cover tunes that will be slipping up into the greasy set for, you guessed it, Krampus. Old St. Krampus and Old St. Nick rub each other just like they should, right on the elbows, right around town, creep into the quarters and laying it down. That's right. St. Krampus and Old St. Nick. That's right. Old Davey Demon, you knew it. That's who it is. Because we all float down here just like we did. Just like we will. Just like it. Sounding good. You're no good, you're no. That's a good one. I like that. I wish I could sing like that lady. But I bet she can cook some tamales too. I bet she can do some enchiladas as well as shake them tambourines and, well, of course, them kibosses. And I'm hoping that Linda Ronstadt can still cook as good as she looks. Because it looks like she's been cooking. I tell you what. Oh, hell. Anyway, I hope all you rockers, rollers, metalheads, and bluesers, and of course, jazzers, hepcats, punkers, and industrialists, minimalists, and of course, circuit benders, drummers, percussionists, and musicians worldwide. Hope you enjoyed Metal Monday with motherfucking Davey Demon, David W Seymour, YouTube Live on the DW's various Zildjians, Wuhans, couple of Sabes, and of course, some Yamaha electronics and Roland electronics and Akai electronics, just laying it down like a son of a bitch does. See y'all back this afternoon. If not, I will see you for Tuesday. I guarantee it. Did you already order your drum set? Did you already order your keyboard and guitars? Your horns? Your strings?
Your accessories, I sure hope you did, wherever you order them. Tell them David Seymour sent you, or the motherfucking demon, Davey Demon sent you. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas from the motherfucking Davey Demon.